Welcome to actually, I have some news for you guys. Today is the last day of Vlogmas. I thought I would end Vlogmas with a makeup, paint, and chat with me. So if you are new here, I've been doing Vlogmas for the entire month of December. Not weekends, but Monday through Friday, I have posted a video every single day. So if you haven't caught up, I will put it up somewhere and you can go check those videos out after you watch this one. Or if you go watch those, make sure you come back to this one. I like to do these videos where I have a entire painting process of a piece of art that I just completed, and then I will be down in the corner doing my makeup and chatting with you guys about either something really random, thoughts that pop into my head, or sometimes I will go and actually ask you guys if y'all have any questions for me over on my Instagram. I forgot to do that this time. Not only will this be the last Vlogmas, but this is also gonna be the last video that I post in 2024. I am coming back in January of 2025, but it'll be the last video until then. So there might be a couple weeks where I'm not back, but 2025 is gonna be a big year. We've got so much to do, so many things to accomplish, so many goals. If you haven't subscribed, I highly suggest you do, because I think 2025 is gonna be one of my biggest years ever. If you have been around for all of my Vlogmases, I just wanna say thank you so much. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting on my videos, and just for like sitting down and watching and hanging out with me, because I know I've said it before, but every time I come on here and I start filming, I actually kind of like almost feel the presence of all of y'all, even though I'm filming it before y'all actually see it, but I feel like y'all are in the room with me, and it makes it so much more fun to film because I feel like I'm just hanging out with a bunch of friends, you know? I would also love to know if y'all are doing anything for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, if you do any resolutions, and if so, if you want to share your resolutions. I'm very curious what they are. If you've got any plans, if you've got any big goals for 2025, make sure you share those below. The more you share your big goals, the more likely you will manifest them, so share them down below. Let's get started with this very messy, I did another really messy makeup look, but I don't know, I think it's more fun, and just, it already looks like I partied the night away and I didn't even have to go into the effort of actually partying, which that's pretty much my life anyway. I won't be partying, but I can make it look like I have been. It is time to go. And let's get started. Ooh. We're gonna use this ColourPop palette. Does anybody actually do New Year's resolutions anymore, or is that trend kind of out the door? I definitely don't do them. You're gonna hear my cats chirping at each other a lot, sorry. I don't know, I just feel like the traditional New Year has pretty much just become a way to make everyone either feel left out or feel like a failure. Growing up, New Year's was so much fun because my family would just spend like the whole evening playing board games, and it was so much fun. Like, we would bring the dining room table into the living room, and we would be like watching, I don't know, I think one year we had on like Three Stooges or something, and then we would just play board games all night. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. So like, growing up, I loved New Year's. Then I got to that age where it's like I felt like I was supposed to go out, and I was supposed to, like, you know, be out on the town or in the city, and I felt like I had to do it because I would be missing out if I didn't. But then when I would do it, it was like, oh, this is like isn't that much fun, you know? I just feel like there's so much pressure to like do something on New Year's Eve and, you know, have a big party and get all dressed up, which sure, like that's kind of fun. But I don't know, I also feel like there's a lot of pressure, and I feel like there's just a lot of pressure around New Year's. First, to celebrate New Year's correctly, by going out and partying. And then also to make resolutions. Like, but when you think about it, it's like, this is a terrible time to make resolutions. You know, it's like, usually this is when it starts getting extremely cold and wet and nasty outside. You don't want to go outside or you're gonna freeze to death, you know? And everything around you is dead. Everything outside is dead. Like the trees, no leaves. Grass, brown. Flowers, nowhere to be seen. And then it's freezing cold. And also like wintertime, I think all of us, you know, just naturally are more like sleepy, tired, kind of worn down, especially after the holiday season when you've been like go, 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 and you know, after all that, and then you expect me to make some New Year's resolution and stick to it? No, I'm good. This painting did not turn out the way I had wanted it to. Now, for what it is, I like it. I do like the painting itself. I think, you know, I like the drawing. I do actually like the color palette. I think the color palette is fun because it's actually not something that I think I would normally go for, those colors together. So, you know, sure, for what it is, I like the painting just fine, but the way I had pictured it coming out in my head is so very different from how it actually turned out, just because of the colors. Whoa, I was not expecting that much pigment to come off. The colors that I was wanting it to be are just, I'm starting to realize that my watercolors, like, they're fine, they're good. You know, they've served me well, but they're not giving me the color options that I would like to have. And I have been given a suggestion of a watercolor brand I had never heard of before. I can't think of what it's called, but somebody did mention a watercolor brand I could look into because the colors are extremely vibrant. So I'm gonna look into that when in the new year, and possibly, you know, I think I want to kind of purposefully make this a bit of a messy eye look. I know I've said in previous videos that I actually kind of like a messy look because, I don't know, there's just something about it that's just kind of fun. I think I just prefer it over like a really clean cut eye. I used to hate this time of year. Like, after Christmas was over, I just wanted it to immediately be 90 degrees and sunny outside. I used to hate January to March. Hated it. Because it's cold. Everything's brown. Just kind of makes you feel like bleh. I don't know. I kind of feel like New Year's resolutions kind of just set you up for failure, you know? Because again, like, who wants to actually get up and do something, you know, super crazy and life-changing when it looks and feels the way it does outside? You know? I don't want to get out of bed. But once I started doing more what I think we were naturally meant to do, which is follow in the footsteps of nature and basically use this time of year to like hibernate, rest, get cozy and just relax and not give in to like the hype. When I started to do more of that, I have found that I actually look forward to this time of year all year long. I actually get really, really excited for the time of year after the holidays, and it's just winter, so it still like gets dark at 5 o'clock, you know? But I think I enjoy this time of year so much more now that it's like I like let myself see it as a time to really kind of go inwards and just kind of shut out the outside world for a while and really focus more on like, okay, what do I need? How can I take care of myself right now? And spend so much time with family and stay in my PJs if I want to, and not feel guilty if I feel like being on the couch and watching, you know, one of my favorite shows. So I don't know. And I really use this time of year, like another really big thing is instead of actually acting on your yearly goals or whatever, because I still have goals for next year. I still have intentions that I plan to start working on next year, and I have kind of started working on them already. But right now, it's still wintertime. So I'll use this time of year to like, you know, sure, I'll look at what do I want to be doing in 2025? What are my goals for 2025? But right now, in the winter, when nature is still going down in the ground, gathering its nutrients, then resting, you know, until the warm weather comes, I'm gonna do the same thing. And I'm going to just slow down. I'm gonna give myself permission to slow down, enjoy the simple things, get cozy when I feel like it, go to bed early if I want to, rest, relax, get as much sleep as I can. Because I don't know, that's how I see it, as like I'm resting now so that I can be prepared for whenever the time comes that it's like, all right, go. You know, like all those goals that you want to make happen, it's time, go. It's the calm before the storm, but it's a good storm. Now I will say this, I do try to go into all of that with intention. And I know I've talked in previous videos before about like how important being intentional about things is. There's actually like kind of a way of living. So it's a Danish word. I'm not gonna pronounce it because I'm gonna absolutely destroy it, but here.
Hygge.
Did you hear that?
Hygge.
Yeah, there you go. It's spelled Hygge. It's a Danish word, and it's kind of, it's like it's a concept, enjoying the little things, enjoying the small pleasures, being thankful for, you know, just the simple things in life. You guys, stop it! They're play fighting, but I still feel like, are they playing though? And then also, it's kind of also like creating a really cozy atmosphere and environment around you. And that's like a physical thing of like, you know, thick, cozy blankets, staying in your PJs, or like just really comfortable clothes and candlelight, doing a puzzle, reading a book, taking it slowly, and then also like surrounding yourself with family and loved ones and taking all of that in and getting the pleasure from all of that, enjoying just the really simple, basic things. I actually last year started spending a day, like after I would take down all the decorations, I would spend a day turning the house and any of the rooms that we specifically really like tend to hang out in, so like the living room and even the kitchen and our bedroom and stuff, I try to make it as cozy as possible. I don't want to have any dark corners because, you know, especially since it gets so dark so early, I feel like it can kind of make 6 o'clock seem a little like lonely because it's dark outside, and then it also makes your house dark. So I try to have some kind of light like in every single dark corner of the house, lots of atmospheric light, lots of like just blankets ready to use, lots of pillows everywhere, keeping the house clean because it can't be cozy when it's an absolute mess, you know? And then, you know, have candles ready to go and ready to light so that when the evening comes and it gets really dark, I can just light all the candles. I also have started putting the floodlights that I use in like all of my videos in the background to create the pink and stuff. I actually put all of my extra floodlights in different corners around, like in the living room, in the kitchen, and so when it gets dark out, I will turn on like a pink color on all of those floodlights, and I can't tell you how happy that made me last year, and I'm gonna do it again this year, but like there was something about the mixture of the warm yellowish glow of the lamplight mixed with the hot pink glow of those lights that like I hid them in areas so that you really just saw the light. You didn't see where it was coming from. And it transformed my house. I'm telling you, it absolutely transformed my home. Oh, another important thing for this time of year, a humidifier. I cannot tell you what this has done for me. Like this time of year, usually my hands are just a cracked mess no matter how much lotion I use. Sleep with a humidifier at night, absolutely amazing. Humidifiers. So I make sure and I have one of those. I don't know, there's also something about it that kind of adds to the coziness. I don't know why. This time of year, especially when I am like, you know, stuck indoors and I'm just really trying to make everything as cozy as I possibly can, I don't want to watch just anything, you know? So I specifically make sure that anytime that I, you know, allow myself to just sit there and get cozy and watch something on TV, you know, it's one of my comfort shows and it's something that makes me feel really good and really happy and very cozy and makes me laugh and makes me feel just like togetherness and not being alone. So this time of year, I really love to watch things like, I will just binge watch Golden Girls all day long. I love Golden Girls. It makes me so happy. It makes me laugh, makes me feel, you know, because they're in Miami, so it's like always warm there. So it kind of just like adds to the warmth, and I don't know, I love that house, but I love the dynamic of the 4 women and it just makes me feel really good. So Golden Girls, I Love Lucy. Oh, Ted Lasso is a really good one. Oh, Schitt's Creek. That's a great one. I don't know, to me it's cozy, and I think it's just because like the family is literally stuck like in such close quarters in that motel. So it's like, to me it's like a cozy feeling, and I am just layering on so many different purples and pinks. You know what's weird that I noticed is leading up to 2025, I will try to sit there, I'll listen to like, you know, meditation music or something, and I'll just try to sit like in a dark room and just be really quiet and visualize what I want for 2025, or like just for the new year coming, so that I can kind of like prepare for it basically and see like, okay, that's what I'm wanting for next year. So what can I do now to prepare for that, you know? But what's weird is, well, what's weird is the way I look right now. What's weird is that for some reason, when I'm visualizing how I want the new year to be, and kind of the theme that I want to live by or something, I see colors. Like all I can visualize is just next year, I want a pink and orange sunset out the window. That's what I visualize every time, and I can't really like get around it. See like a pink and orange gradient, which by the way, if you have been to my shop, Lulu, all of my colors, like it was very much, you know, an orange fading into a pink. And it's because for so long before I had officially opened my shop, when I would visualize what I wanted my year to be like and opening my shop and selling art prints and being an artist, I wouldn't necessarily actually visualize myself doing those things. I would just see pink and orange. And so that is why a lot of like my branding for Lulu Studios is like lots of pinks with some orange and stuff, is because that is what I visualize when I try to imagine the year ahead and my goals and what I want my store to be and what I want my art to be and who I want to be. I just see color. We are not gonna be, as of right now, going out for New Year's. I think we're just gonna stay in and just relax. I don't even know if we'll actually stay up until midnight, because honestly, it's kind of like, why? What happens at midnight? Nothing that I can visibly see, you know? I'm kind of over that whole thing as well. Actually, something I do plan on doing is I really want to just spend the day in a hot bath with like a bath bomb and some bubbles, some lavender bubble bath, and just have candles everywhere. I like thinking that when I'm like laying there in a bath that I'm kind of like cleansing myself of everything, you know? Not just on the outside, but on the inside too. And I'm kind of like releasing things and getting rid of stuff that I don't need anymore, and doubts and fears that I don't want to live by anymore. And so I think either on New Year's Eve or on New Year's Day, I'm going to take a hot bath and basically treat myself to like a spa experience at home, you know? I feel like that's a good way to start the new year. And then I think on New Year's Day, you know what I really want to do? Be on the couch all day long, watching Golden Girls and eating cheesecake. That's gonna be how I start my new year. A hot bath, and then a whole day of just being on the couch, watching Golden Girls and eating cheesecake. I don't know about you, but that to me sounds like the best way to start the new year. I think 2 years ago, I started a Friday night tradition. After I would get home from work, you know, we'd eat dinner. I would make sure everything was clean in the house, and then I'd take a shower. I would do a face mask for about 30 minutes, and then I'd moisturize my face real good, and I'd get in my my fuzzy robe, and then I would eat something really delicious. Like I would always get a really special treat like for Friday night. So sometimes it was like a little pint of ice cream. Sometimes it was, I mean, it turned into every Friday night I was craving a box of chocolates. So I would get myself like a box of like Valentine's chocolates, and then I would watch some kind of like just really fun, silly movies. So sometimes I would watch old movies like The Women with Joan Crawford, 13 Going on 30, and Legally Blonde, and you know, movies like that that just feel kind of like fun, and I don't know. Then Jacob was having a bad day one day, and so I was like, I get it if this doesn't sound fun to you. Don't feel pressure. But today is I call them spa night. And I was like, today is my spa night. Would you like to join me? I really thought he was gonna be like, no thanks. Or even if he did do it, it's gonna be like, well, you know, it was fine, but I don't care to do it again. Kid you not. After that night, it has become our Friday night tradition until about springtime. Usually about springtime is whenever, yeah, usually by the spring we're kind of over it. So, but in the winter time it's especially good because, I mean, you know, again, you just don't really feel like going out. It's cold, it's dreary, everything's kind of icky looking. So that has become our Friday night tradition. And so we have spa nights every Friday night. We eat, we make sure the house is clean, make sure, like, you know, the bedroom is all clean and looks really nice. We get our showers, and then we put on a face mask, sit there for 30 minutes, and we'll usually listen to something like Enya, or we've done like, you know, spa music kind of. After that, we like put on a bunch of moisturizer. I make him put on a bunch of moisturizer, and then we'll eat like a box of chocolates and watch a movie. I always have like a specific candle for spa nights as well. It has to be a feel-good, simple, fun kind of movie. So 13 Going on 30, Legally Blonde, Miss Congeniality was one that we did. The Proposal, is that what it's called? You know what's funny is Sandra Bullock is in a lot of movies that we've watched on spa night. Any of you watching got some girlfriends or wives that like to treat themselves and all that stuff? If they ever ask you, hey, do you want to join me? I do face masks, I eat good food, and I watch a fun movie, you know? Take them up on it because you're gonna have a great time, I promise. Okay? So, if this time of year kind of gets you down because it's kind of like blech, and you feel the pressure of, you know, resolutions and all that stuff, don't. Look to nature. What are the trees doing? Well, they lost all their leaves, and now all the stuff that it's doing is way down in the ground. You can't even see it. The tree is sleeping. The tree is gathering up nutrients from underneath the ground, so everything looks icky, but the trees are taking care of themselves. Be a tree. Take care of yourself. This time of year, don't make a resolution. Just, you know, imagine, what's my theme for 2025? All right, cool. Now I'm gonna rest until it's time. You know, like, just don't put that pressure on yourself. Spend a day making your living space super cozy, super warm, and just like the coziest place you've ever been in your life. Take a hot shower or hot bath, light some candles, put on your coziest PJs or fuzziest robe, and watch the TV show or movie that makes you feel so good. And eat something delicious, okay? I'm not saying that like in the winter, I don't do anything and I don't work on anything and I don't get started on, you know, my plans or whatever. What I'm saying is that I kind of go into this time of year knowing like, okay, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna prepare what I can. I'm gonna learn what I can, practice, you know, get the ball rolling. Do all the prep work now so that when spring comes and it's time to go, I can hit the ground running. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be working on opening my second shop and I'm gonna be making art. I'm gonna be creating YouTube videos. I'm gonna be creating social media content. I'm gonna be working on, you know, a business plan and I'm still gonna be creative. I'm still going to be working. I'm not saying I'm not gonna work until springtime. I am gonna be working. I'm gonna be doing the prep work at this time. And then it's kind of like everything I've kind of planned for when spring comes, boom, it's go time, you know? I'm just kind of living my life based on the pattern of nature. Because I kind of feel like that's what we were built to do anyway, you know? It has just really, really changed everything and made me actually really love this time of year. Absolutely love it. Because it feels like a really fresh start, but with absolutely zero pressure. Because it's like, okay, fresh start. I'm gonna take this time to like, you know, clean out everything. Clean out my house, but also clean out like my mind and clean out my thoughts and my beliefs and what I think I'm capable of doing and like clean everything inside and out. Then when like around springtime, then it's time to go. But the pressure isn't there because I've spent this time preparing for it and doing what I need to do to make sure that when that time comes, I'm ready to go, you know? This time of year is now to me like a new beginning with zero pressure. And it's fantastic. And I highly suggest you do the same. That's just makeup. That looks kind of frightening. It's not a giant bruise. Anyway, so, and this has officially been the very last makeup paint and chat with me, as well as the very last Vlogmas of 2024. So while this is the end of Vlogmas, I'm not saying goodbye to YouTube. I am coming back. Now, I probably won't come back until the new year because pretty much from here on out, I will be spending every day with family. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be my last video of 2024, but we will come back in 2025 pretty early on. We'll get going. We're gonna create lots of things. We're gonna open a second shop. We're gonna come out with really fun collections. We're gonna come out with new products, and it's just gonna be, I think 2025 is gonna be an amazing, really awesome, exciting year, and I hope that you feel the same way about 2025, and I'm really excited to see you all again, and I truly, truly hope from the bottom of my heart that you all have a wonderful holiday season, winter, Christmas, New Year's, all of that stuff. I hope it is wonderful. I hope it's magical. I hope it is so cozy. I hope it's warm. I hope you are with family or friends or loved ones or all of them at the same time. Or if you enjoy spending this time of year by yourself, I hope that you have just the best time with yourself. Like, dance in your living room, watch whatever you want, eat all kinds of fun food, like just have fun, you know? And I will see you guys in the next year. Love ya!
I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Oh, whatever we do, we will be alright. next Christmas. I only wanna be